So, hello everyone, hope we're doing good and welcome back to my channel. Today we are at day 12 of the May Daily Leetcode challenge and we have a medium level question in front of us. It's really interesting question. Let us see what the question is. It's question 2140, solving questions with brain power. Okay. So what we are given is we are given a questions list and each of the item here has two members. Okay. Each of the item has two members. Let us see what the brief like they have given a description here. So see each questions are while they are calling the first one as the points and the second one as the brain power. Okay. So what the idea here is, see, suppose this is the question. Okay. If we solve this question, that is the zeroth question. If I solve, I am going to get 3 points. Okay. The first one is the point which I'm going to get if I solve that question, and the second one is it's something they are calling as a brain power. What it means is I solve this question, then I cannot solve the next two questions. That is the basic idea. See, here it's three mentioned. That means if I solve the zeroth question, okay, I will earn 3 points. That is the idea. But if I the drawback here is if I solve this question, I cannot solve the next two questions. Okay, okay. That is the basic idea of solving questions one and two. Okay, so what are the next two questions? These are questions number one and question number two. That is the basic simple idea. You can just go through a description of it. But this is what the question is. We have written the maximum points that we can earn. Okay, so for each of these, see the first member is the point. Okay, this and like this. First members are the point. If I solve this question, for example, see this question. If I solve this particular question, I cannot solve the next three questions. Okay, there doesn't exist three question after this, but still, what till we reach the end, we cannot solve. That is the basic idea. Okay, this is the second one. Represent number of questions which you cannot solve if I solve this question. Okay, that means the brain needs some break. That is what they are trying to say. Okay, so for every question we have two options. Okay, either I solve that question or I skip that question. Okay, that is always an option. So ultimately, you have to return the maximum number of points we can earn from the exam. Let me quickly trace the example and show you. This will be the best way to understand the question. Okay. So first of all, let's go for the example one tracing. Okay. Yeah. See, uh, the best way to start here will be, see, as I told you, there are two things. Either I solve a question or I do not solve a question. So, which is the safest way to start is starting from the last. Okay. For example, see, if I solve the last question, what see, because it's the last question, I did not be like wait. See here, five is mentioned. Okay, logically, what it means is that I cannot solve the next five questions. But since this is the last question, there is no issue with this. Okay, there is no disadvantage for this. Okay, so I will start from the last question and let us see how it works. Okay, I am at index three. Okay, yeah, I'm at index 3. What I will do is, what are the maximum points I can see? This is going to be my DP array, okay? DP, and these are going to be my indexes, okay? For each index, I will be tracing. And what DP5 means is, suppose the maximum profit that I can earn if I started with that particular index, okay? So currently, I am going to start from 3 and let us see what happens. We'll just see how it works, okay? See, I am going to earn 2 points from it. Okay, so the best way possible if I start from the index 3 is 2 points. Okay, I cannot earn more than that. Okay, now coming to index 2. Okay, what are the index 2 here? See, they are saying 4 points. Okay, they are saying I will get 4 points, but I cannot solve the next four questions. So, which is better? The earning 4 points is greater or earning 2 points is greater? Okay, I have two options. Either I can solve this question or I can reject this question. If I solve this question, I will get 4 points. If I do not solve this question, then I will have to get the best possible way from the next question onwards. That is from this question onwards. Okay. So either I get, so I can say that max of, okay, 2 or 4. Okay. Max of 2 or 4 will come here. Okay. That is the basic idea here. Okay. Where 4 is coming from? 4 is coming from itself. And where 2 is coming from? If I don't solve this question, I will have to take the max of this. So that is where 4 is coming from. Okay. So ultimately, I'm going to get 4 here. And now coming to question number 1. Okay. Here also, see, if I solve this question, I will get 4. If I do not solve this question, I will have to take the maximum of from the next index onwards. Okay. Because I have not solved this question. Okay. So what I will do is, see, I am getting 4. And I cannot solve next three questions. That means these all I cannot solve after that. So either 4 is maximum or the max of the next question, which is 4 again. So 4 and 4 both are same. So in this case, we can't get more than 4 if we start from index 1. Please try to read this point very carefully. If we start from the ith index, what is going to be the maximum point which we can? That's what we are tracing. Now coming to the zeroth index. Okay, zeroth index. See, if I solve this question, I will get 3 points. Okay, I will get 3 points, but I cannot solve next two questions. That means this and this question I cannot solve. Okay, so I have two options here. Either I can solve this question or I can skip this question. Okay, let us see how it works. So what I can do is, see, what are the choices in front of me. first thing I can do is I can solve. Okay, I can skip this question. Okay, if I skip this question, what will happen is I have to take the max of the next question. What is the max of the next question? It's 4. Okay, so one option is 4. This is when I do not solve the question. Next option is if I solve this question, I will have 3. Okay, 3 is coming from this. I am getting 3. And let's say I cannot solve next two questions. So I can leave these two questions. I will go for the last questions max. Okay, that is the last questions max. But the last question max 2. So 3 plus 2. Okay. So 3 plus 2, 5 is definitely maximum. So ultimately we say that, yeah, 5 is way better than that. Okay, that is what they are trying to say. If you see the answer, we are having 5. Okay. And now coming to see, the idea here is we are trying to find the maximum points. Okay, this is the points given and this is the number of questions which we cannot solve. So the safest approach here will be to start from the last index. Okay, and see here dpy doesn't mean the points which you earn at that index. Okay, so there's slight difference here. Please read it once. Okay, maximum points we can earn if we start from the ith question. If we start, okay, please remember this, if we start from the ith question. Now the points are at ith question, but if we start from the ith question, this is the total points earned if we start from the ith question. Okay, that is the basic idea here. And yeah, let's go for the question example 2 now. Okay, what the example 2 is in. See here it's 5,5. Okay, we start from the bottommost index. Yeah, here I can clearly see 5,5. Okay, the last index is 5,5. So definitely I will get 5 points because there is nothing to lose after that. Okay, if I don't solve this question, there's nothing to lose. Okay, sorry, if I solve this question, there's nothing to lose after that. Next comes this question. Okay, the one which you are seeing. See, if I solve this question, I will get 4 points, but I cannot solve next 4 questions. Okay, next 4 question means the only question here is 5. Okay, because there are no more questions after that, so I cannot solve this question. So which is better, to go with a 4 or see? If I solve this question, I will get 4. If I do not solve this question, I will take the max of the next question. Okay, the max of the next question is 5. So which is greater, 4 or 5? Definitely 5 is greater. So here also 5. Okay, now come to this index. Okay, index number 0, 1 and 2, second index. Okay, if I solve this question, I will get 3. If I do not solve this question, I will get, see, if I solve this question, obviously I cannot solve the next two questions. Okay, because here the second parameter is 3. Okay, so if I solve this question, I'll get 3 points only. But if I do not solve this question, I can take the max of the next index. Okay, so what is the max of the next index? 5. So which is greater, 3 or 5? Definitely 5. Okay, definitely 5. Now come to this index 1. Okay, if I solve this question, I will get 2 points and I cannot solve next two questions. Okay, if I get this solve this question, I will get 2 points and I cannot solve next two questions. Okay, so 2 plus the best of this question. Okay, 2 plus 7. Okay, so which is greater, 7 or 5? Definitely 7. So I will type here 7. Okay, now coming to index 1. Yeah, which, see, if I solve this question, I can get 1 point and I cannot solve the next question. Okay, so what I will get? I will get 1 plus 5, which is 6. Okay, either 6 is greater or should not solve this question of 7. Okay, so here is 7. See, try to understand this point. If I solve this question right, I will get 1 point. Okay, but I cannot solve this question after that because here 1 is written, right? Here 1 is mentioned. Okay, here 1 is mentioned, so I cannot solve this question. So I will take the max of index 2. Max of index 2 plus 1. Okay, max of index 2 plus 1. What is max of index 2? Max of index 2 is 5 here. Okay, 5 plus 1 is 6. Okay, this is when I solve this question. Next option is I need not solve this question. I can just take the max of index 1. Okay, what is the maximum index 1? 7. So I am taking 7. That is the basic idea here, right? So yeah, I am skipping question 0. That is the summary. So I have shown you how the tracing works. Now we'll code the same. Okay, let's see how we are doing it. I'll just comment these things out and then we'll quickly look for the code. Yeah. So you can clearly see I am taking the length of the questions as n. Okay, then I am creating a DPI, and I have already mentioned what DPI is. DPI is the maximum points we can run if we start from the ith question onwards. Okay, so one thing is very clear: the last question. Okay, the maximum thing, if we start from maximum points, if we get, we are trying to get, if we start from the last question onwards, always is going to be its own point. Okay, the zeroth one of it. What is zeroth one of it? See, this is the zeroth index. This is the first index. Okay, this is the zeroth index of the n minus 1th question. That is the basic idea. I am going to start in a reverse way from the n minus second index onwards till the zeroth index. Okay, this is how we ensure that we go to zeroth index. Okay, what we are doing is, see, I am introducing a variable k. What is k here? Let me quickly show you. See, Try to understand these things very carefully. See, if I solve, I'm talking about this question, okay? If I solve this question, okay, I will get 3 points. At the same time, I cannot solve next two questions. So if I have to calculate the total points I will get, if I start from this, what is the point? 3 plus max of this index, okay? 3 plus max of this index. This is what is going to be called K, okay? Max. So what we are doing is, see, I plus questions of I. See, this is the question, right? Questions of I and 1. What is the first parameter? This is the first parameter, okay? So from the ith index, I'm adding that and I'm adding plus 1. That means I'm going to the index from where we can again solve, okay? See, this is saying that I can solve next two questions. So K, this I'm trying to calculate the index of the question from where we can again solve, okay? In this case, what is the index is 0 plus 2, which is going to be 2 plus 1, which is going to be 3. So this is the third index. This is what I'm getting through this, okay? 0 plus 2 plus 1, which is 3, okay? I'm just trying to check what is less than n. In that case, K will be that, okay? K will be assigned the value of that, okay? dp of that, okay? That means, see, for example, in this question, if I solve this question, I'll get 3 points. At the same time, I will skip next two questions. I will take the max of this question. Max of this question means dp value of the third index. This is what we're doing. dp value of that particular index. See, the what you are seeing here, okay? What you are seeing here is exactly same as this, okay? I will take the dp value of that. So what I'm trying to say is there are two ways. If I solve a question and if I do not solve a question, okay. If I do not solve a question, what I will do? I will take the best value of the next question, next index. Okay. So this is that. And if I solve a question, what I will do? I will first of all add the points of the current question, that is the zeroth index, plus I'll add the points of the index from where we can again start the solving questions. That is where K is coming into picture. That is K. Okay. This is for the current questions point, and this for the point for the next question from where we can start searching onwards after going through this particular break, which they are calling as brain power. Okay, after taking this break, we can again start solving questions. That is coming from K. Okay, and this is possible only if this index is less than n. Okay, if it is not less than n, K will remain 0. That is the basic idea, and I'm going in a reverse way. Okay, starting from a second, and remember one thing, you will think that why I'm taking plus 1 here, it may exceed the count sometimes. Okay, but let me tell you, I'm starting from n minus 2 index. Okay, I'm not starting from n minus 1 index. That's why it will not exceed the indexes. Okay, the last index, extreme indexes. That is the basic idea, and the same will happen till the zeroth index, and finally I'm returning dp of 0. Okay, if I quickly print and show you this, yeah, coming to the first case, you can clearly see what are the points. You should see this is what I have exactly shown you, this 5442, and this is what it is. Okay, 5442. Okay, if I solve this question, I will get 2 points, which is definite. If see, I am going to get 4 points for solve this question, which is better solving this or skipping this. Okay, obviously solving this. So 4 again, here also 4 again. And coming to this question, see, either I can skip these two questions and come to that, or I can solve this question. Okay, if I solve this question, I will get 3 points plus the best of this, which is 3 plus 2. 3 plus 2, which is 5. Okay, which is 5. Or I can did not solve this question and take the best of this. What is the best of this? The best of this 4. Which is greater 5 or 4? Definitely 5. So where it is coming. Coming to next example, if you see that tracing here, 77555, this is what it is. Okay, 77. Sorry, yeah, 77555. This is where 77555 is coming. Okay. So, see, I have tried my best to explain this question. See, you may not be able to understand this in the first attempt. Just rewind the video once again, see the points clearly, and see, just follow the tracing properly. You will definitely understand the code. Okay, this is nothing coding. See, coding here is very simple actually. If you solve if you understand the approach itself, this will be really easy for you. And coming to time and space complexity, obviously we are going to be having O of n time complexity. See, space complexity, because we are using a array, right, of length n. So space complexity is also going to be O of n. So yeah, friend, that was all for today. If you have any doubts or if you have a better approach, see, if you have better approach than O of n, okay, then please do comment below. But I don't think there is a such approach here. But still, if you can think of any particular scenario, then let us discuss it further. For today, yeah, that's all. Thanks for listening. Thanks a lot.